my name is Christanna Colomb, and today's vocal essay discussion will be about the coexistence of respondent conditioning and operant conditioning. The 2018 article Toward a Better Basic Understanding of Operant-Respondent Interactions, Translational Research on Phobias discusses how phobias and anxiety disorders are better understood through operant and respondent conditioning. According to Brewer et al. In 2018 on page 329, fear is learned through respondent processes while avoidance behavior is maintained through operant reinforcement. The researchers in the article use human and animal research to come to their conclusions on how respondent and operant conditioning coexist with one another. Respondent conditioning includes four components: unconditioned stimulus, unconditioned response, conditioned stimulus, and a conditioned response. Brewer et al.'s article explains how an unconditioned stimulus, such as a shock, naturally produces fear. Fear is the unconditioned response. When a neutral stimulus, like a light or cue, is repeatedly paired with an unconditioned stimulus, like the shock, it becomes a conditioned stimulus. Over time, that cue alone can trigger fear, a conditioned response, which is something that happens automatically. The article explains that these learned fear responses can disrupt ongoing behavior and interfere with operant responding. This can be found on page 329. This shows how emotional responses are developed through experience and play a role in how behavior occurs. Operant principles are in the order of antecedent behavior, then consequence. The researchers in the article showcase how behavior is maintained by consequences. The presence of a threat is the antecedent. The animals or humans respond to the antecedent by avoiding, escaping, or sometimes engaging with the situation depending on what may happen, aka the consequence, especially when there is a reward involved. When avoidance reduces fear or anxiety, it is negatively reinforced. This makes the behavior more likely to continue. This shows how consequences influence whether a behavior continues or not. On page 330, the article also explains that operant contingencies can actually influence respondent behavior, even though this hasn't been studied as much in applied settings. This further shows that operant conditioning can have an influence on emotional responses like fear, not just on someone's behavior. Brewer et al. Does a good job at highlighting how fear and behavior are not separate, but constantly interact through respondent and operant conditioning. Looking at both processes together allows for a better understanding of behavior. It also shows how to treat anxiety-related disorders or phobias and create more effective treatment plans.